the worst of it out of his system with me.
Not completely. I still felt dreadful when I got home. Do you know what? It probably would have stuck in my throat if I'd tried to tell the kids that their father was having an affair with Patricia.
I couldn't have done it. Sitting down here knowing your husband was off having an affair with another woman.
Oh, I don't like to think about it. You want some coffee?
Oh, you're a mind reader. Yes, please. I hope my being here won't cause problems. Well, like you said, you prefer not to talk about it. I assume David's the same. I just don't want to be a walking reminder.
I've never met one of those.
You know what I mean.
It's lovely to have you here. David's fine, so don't worry. You know how your property is right next door to Woombai?
Mm-hmm.
Did you see much of Patricia between the time she walked out on David and the time John turned up at your place?
Why do you want to know?
I was just wondering. If David was the only affair.
Well, my dealings with Gordon were purely business. Once we'd signed the water deal, there was no reason to see each other. We kept in touch by cheque. Well, he used the water and cared for my property in return. Every year, he'd send me the earnings.
What about Patricia, though?
But I knew where she was.
You weren't tempted to get in touch with her again and let her know you still had John?
It was hard enough giving him up to David, let alone her.
Just thought you might have known something. It's funny, in a way, it would have helped. Knowing David wasn't the only one in all that time that she was unfaithful with.
Well, why would you want to know something like that?
I can trust him, but if it was something more, then she could cause trouble trying to get him back. Oh, I don't know.
I do know of one other person, that's all.
How?
Oh, grapevine. But, I mean, if there was one, there could have been a dozen. So stop worrying, especially about stupid things. I thought you said you didn't want to talk about her.
Right.
I don't owe Patricia anything, but unless somebody starts hurting other people, their little secrets are their own business, even hers. I'm about as discreet as they come. You can tell me all your dirt. I love listening to it, but I never repeat it.
Hello, love. Look who's here.
I've come down to put in some work on being made godmother. Hey, I thought you'd be out to hear.
Oh, don't. I think pregnant ladies look awful when they're big.
Well, you're doing all right so far.
You want some coffee?
No, thanks. Where's Kevin?
Up on the roof?
Yeah, he took one look at me and we can't get him down.
He's cleaning out the gutters.
I'll dump my things.
How's Grandad?
Oh, a little bit better.
Good. No climbing. It's too risky.
In 07.
Hello. I've come to bust up the party.
Good timing.
That what you had? Very wholesome. Well, Angela spoiled you for lunch. I'll spoil you for dinner. Why don't you come to my place? I'll cook.
Oh, not after a big lunch.
Oh, I'm very good. It won't be anything heavy.
Right by you?
Of course it is. You've had him all afternoon.
Fine.
Good. And we can drop in at the stud on the way. I want to see how Sandy and Dan are settling in.
You treat them like kids.
Better. They're easier to take, too.
I'll get changed. And you'll keep you company.
Don't let me stop you.
Fine by me.
Don't worry. I'll have him home nice and early. I don't think I'm very popular with Angela.
Oh, why?
Well, she really gave me the evil eye when you went to change.
Probably that crack about the pie. You made wholesome sound like a dirty word.
Oh, well, I'll have you order myself at Woombai.
I have to work down there.
Well, I'm sure you get some time off.
Some?
That's when I'll have you order myself.
Cheer up, love. It can't be very much.
She was all right before.
On top of the world.
She was awful as soon as he saw me.
Maybe the work was too much for his system.
I left the room pretty untidy this morning. Might have been that. Oh, he doesn't like us leaving it for Mum.
Oh, well, you give him a kick you know where and tell him to do it himself next time.
No, it's my job.
Oh, it sounds like he's got you well trained.
I think I'll ask him.
It's good to know even young love has its problems.
Oh, I was just coming out to see you.
I finished.
Why don't you have a shower? You're all dirty.
Well, later.
Sorry about not doing the room this morning. Well, if Dad hadn't been yelling at me to
Hey,
hurry-
that doesn't worry me.
Well, what's wrong then?
It's nothing you did. I heard Fiona and Mum talking earlier. My old man's been having an affair with John's mum.
I'm home.
Hello. Oh, well, don't stand there looking sheepish. Come and give me a hug. Come on. I'm down here to have fun, so I don't want to talk about it. Fair enough. Good.
Have a good day?
How was yours?
Usual.
Beryl was telling me about the farm idea. You sound like you wouldn't mind doing it tomorrow.
Yeah, roll on me time, huh?
I expect visiting rights. Mind you, in 25 years' time, you'll have to put in a ramp for my wheelchair.
Where are the kids?
At the back. Don't disturb them. I think they're sorting out a problem. Nothing serious.
You don't think you might have misunderstood? Well, I know it's awful, but it seems like your Mum doesn't mind.
She should have told him to buzz off.
She loves him.
All the bull he's been going on with since he got back. About retiring to a farm and how good him and John were getting on. He's always had it in for John. He probably pretended to get on well with him so he could have an excuse to stay up there.
Kevin.
Now, fair enough. He rang Mum and said he wanted to stay because him and John were getting on.
I think that was her idea.
Even if it was, he probably put it into her head. What I can't handle is him acting like nothing's happened. Both of them lying to us. He goes up there, has a great time, comes back and reckons everything should be okay. And Mum goes along with it. Oh, 'cause she loves him. And what about the way he went on when he found us at Susie's? Talk about a hypocrite.
We're just kids.
And why should that make a difference?
Well, what are you going to do? You going to tell them you know?
I don't want to upset Mum. But if he starts going on with all that bull again, though, I don't know.
Back. Oh, how was lunch?
Not bad.
Not bad. How are you, Angela, darling? I hope you can do something to buck her up. I had some wonderful guests, and your mother was the proverbial wet blanket.
Haven't seen Charlie's copy of Mummy Dearest, have you? She wants to lend it to somebody else.
I thought she could do with a few tips.
I think I saw Wayne reading it. I'll have a look in his room.
Thanks, darling.
Sorry about the cracks.
So you should be.
Well, she didn't mind.
Do you want a drink?
No, thanks.
She's relaxed a lot, but it's still very difficult. I don't need anything getting her back up.
Do you really want to try and keep her here?
Her and John. They're my children. They should be with me.
Well, Angela's only here for a holiday, and John's got to go back to work at Woombai. I don't really see you've got much chance.
I don't want her living down there. David's got Beryl and their children. I don't think it's fair if they have Angela as well. And I'm sure John could do a lot better for himself up here. I want them with me.
What happened to the woman who only wanted her kids if they loved her?
John does. All I need with Angela is time.
Found it. You're lucky you didn't take it at Woomba with you.
Thanks. I'd better get back. The way Jane and Tina were going when we left, I won't be surprised to find the odd eyeball or two rolling round the carpet. Talk about the other thing tomorrow. You're looking well, darling.
Thanks. Bye.
Bye.
What's wrong with Jane and Tina?
What's always wrong with Jane and Tina?
Oh, good thing Angela's away. We'd never fit everyone at the table otherwise. 5 more minutes.
Hope you don't mind me bumming another meal.
Of course we don't. It's good practice when you come back.
It's awful making mergers for yourself.
Oh, I know the feeling. Jill and I used to share a lot of the cooking. Now she's gone. Maybe I can pop down here every week for a roast.
Makes it an expensive meal, huh?
Lovely if you could. I'll tell the kids to wash up, love.
Yeah, OK.
And give this to Kevin. I think Lynn threw it out by mistake.
Is this the stuff fit to go?
I think it's worth his while considering.
Yeah, so do I. It's only me. Oh, sorry. Tea will be ready in 5 minutes. Thanks for cleaning the gutters. I'll have to think of a few more jobs for you.
Yeah.
Mother found this in the bin. It's that application for the bank job.
I checked it out.
Yeah, well, better keep it. They're good jobs.
He just decided he wants to do journalism.
Leave it in the drawer then. You never know, you might change your mind.
Yeah, okay. We'll be out in a minute.
She's the last person I ever imagined John going around with, but she's very attractive, so I suppose we can't blame him.
His taste is as good as his old man's, huh?
Talk about bossy. She'll have him jumping through hoops if he doesn't watch her.
What's her name?
Prue Armstrong.
That's short for Prudence, isn't it?
Prune is more like it.
You all right, love?
Yeah.
It seems like John's got a very good future up at Woomba. He's looking forward to it opening.
When will it be finished?
Oh, in a couple of months. I think they've had a few delays.
Oh, you'll probably get an invitation, Dad.
Yeah, I suppose I will.
You going if you do?
Oh, why, an old wage earner like him? What chance has he got of ever getting away?
I'm not feeling very well. I think I'll lie down. Bring your dinner in and sit with me, eh?
Well, what is it, love?
Oh, I'm just feeling a bit sick, that's all.
You won't want him eating in front of you then?
Oh, no, that's okay. Come on.
If you want, you can just call.
Yeah.
I wish I knew what was going on with those two.
Want me to have a talk to him?
No, no. Let them sort it out for themselves.
Quite the little homebody, aren't we?
We left you some pie. I'm just having a salad.
What about John?
Oh, he's gone out with Prue.
Do I detect a note of disapproval?
Oh, well, I think he can do better than her, that's all.
Tell him then.
Oh, you know John. What do you think of her?
I only met her once. She told me she didn't think much of what I was reading and then headed off.
That sounds about right. I think she's trying to upstage my pie tonight. Oh, she's cooking him dinner.
It's nice that we agree about somebody for a change, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
I was just thinking upstairs. It's a shame that you have to go hurrying back to Melbourne. Is there any chance of you staying longer?
Oh, probably. I'll go and visit Daddy first, see how I feel then.
Hope you can. Oh, I tell you what. Nice to have a bit of peace and quiet. You should have heard them babbling on this afternoon.
But you usually like that sort of thing.
It's my mood at the moment.
Whose fault was the divorce? Up until the other day, I'd never really thought about it. I just assumed it was yours. I suppose I was still angry with you.
Both our faults, I suppose.
Was it anything in particular?
It had been coming on for years.
How do you feel about it?
How do you think I feel? Oh, it's going to be a lonely old barn with all of you gone.
Oh, never know. I better check the pie. It should be hot enough by now.
You're still walking, so I feel safe.
Oh, I might just surprise you.
Coming up.
Oh, did you have a nice night?
Yeah. I'm going to bed. I'll see you in the morning.
Can I talk to you for a minute? Did Prue upstage Angela's pie? Your sister's getting very sensitive about her cooking skills.
We had some fancy French-sounding thing. All it was steak underneath yellow-looking stuff.
Oh, the French language covers a multitude of sins. I'm glad you went out. Angie and I had a lovely evening. She's really softened towards me. She told me that you and she had had a chat. Thank you.
I'm just glad it did some good.
Oh, we talked really frankly. She admitted that she'd made the initial attempt to please you, but now we're genuinely getting on really well. We talked about the divorce, and she said she might be staying on.
Oh, good. Good.
Oh, she hasn't made up her mind yet. Maybe you could help. Oh, she started talking to me because of you. Perhaps you could convince her to stay.
Not a good habit to get her into. Only doing things because I ask her.
There is another way. It's as much for your benefit as it is for hers. I'm very worried about you returning to Mumbai.
Why? Because of you and Mr. Hamilton?
Oh, no, it's not that. If you stayed on here, got a job, I am sure Angela would definitely reconsider.
Maybe she would, but why are you worried about me going back to Mumbai?
Because there's no future for you there. You'll end up as Wayne and Gordon's messenger boy. Hell, I know Wayne well enough by now. He'll never give you a chance.
But they're expecting me. That's one of the reasons Mr. Hamilton rehired me in the first place. To help out Wayne till he can do the lot himself.
Yeah, exactly. To help Wayne out if you go back to Mumbai, that's all you'll ever do. You're capable of a lot more than that.
I don't mind.
Well, you damn well should. If you would just let me help, you could really make something of yourself.
We started off talking about Angela.
I would like you both to stay here. I want to do what's right for both of you.
What's right for us?
Yes. We're a family. You, Angela, and I, we should be together. Well, David can't offer Angela the kind of future she needs, and Wayne and Gordon can't offer you what you need either. I'm not trying to force anything. I'm just stating facts.
We still have to live our own lives.
Well, nobody says you won't be. I just want to help you both.
Can I be honest? We got on well at Mumbai because there was a job to do. It was hard. Neither of us were really sure of what we were doing. We had to help each other out.
Well, that's exactly how it would be if you stayed.
We wouldn't be helping each other out. You'd just be doing things for me. I know you pretty well now. You'd have to interfere. You couldn't help yourself. I really got to like you at Mumbai. I don't want to muck that up. I'm going to bed.
I wouldn't interfere, honestly.
That's how I feel.
Well, what about Angela?
It's up to her. See, you're at it again, trying to make people do what you want.
Well, I suppose the fact that it's the best thing for them has got nothing to do with it.
I don't want to argue. Good night.
strange, it can come and go.
Tonight, right after all the fun of that 70s show, it's the best from Better Homes and Gardens for summer. There are tips from Dr. Harry for pets, Aussie inventions, and the best barbecue butterfly lamb and salads for summer. Better Homes and Gardens Summer tonight, 7:30 on 7. The latest 7 News is next.
Sons and daughters, love and laughter, tears and sadness and happiness. We will find out our sons and daughters are what we two were once about.